Right, so now we're going to take a look at some of the homework questions you had last night, and I think I already did question 7 yesterday. Did I? Maybe I didn't. I forget now actually, did I do question 7? I think I did do question 7 yesterday, yeah. So I'm going to do question 6 now, okay? So this is a question you had for homework last night. And there is a garden that's shaped like this. And there's I think they're called semicircular lawns, are they? Semicircular. So it's an entire half a circle at either side. And we're told that that distance there is 35. And this distance here is 14. And yep, there's a semicircular flower bed at each end. The shaded area is put down to lawn. Find correct the nearest whole number, the combined area of the two flower beds. So the two flower beds, okay, so the two flower beds, well, they're semicircles, and if we continue it on, we get a full circle. So because we have this semicircle here, we're going to find half the area of a full circle, or half the area of that full disc there, okay? So we're going to go with pi by r squared, and we want a half of that, so it's a half of that. So let's call that zone 1. So Z1 equals, so my r for Z1 is equal to a half times pi on the r. So once we find the r here, the question kind of falls away. It's just a calculator job after that. R is basically the radius of this semicircle. Now, if it's 14 from there to there, well then it must be 7 from there to there, okay? So the radius is going to be 7. So it's 7 squared. So I'm going to do 7 squared multiplied by shift pi multiplied by 0.5, and that gives me 76.969. So each one of these guys here is 76.969, and because I have two of them, I have this one and this one, it's equal to that answer multiplied by 2. And that's 49 pi, which is equal to 153.938. Yeah, and that's going to be in meters squared. And then the perimeter of the lawn. The perimeter of the lawn. So if I had a different color pen, I'm just checking my pencil case. So the perimeter of the lawn is this distance plus this distance plus this distance plus this distance. Okay, so we're going to have to work out basically these arcs here, and once we work out the length of those arcs, we're flying. The question is done. So arcs equals 2 pi r, and because they are semicircles, we're going to divide them by 2. So that's the same thing as 2 times pi times 7 all over 2, which is equal to 7 pi. And 7 pi is equal to 21.99. Look at that. 21.99 meters. So that's the length of one of them. So we have this distance, which is 35, plus 21.99 plus 35 plus 21.99. And that gives us multiplied by 2 equals plus 70 equals 113.98 meters. So we would measure area in meters squared. We're going to measure the distance around the perimeter of the lawn to be 113.98 meters. Okay, so that's that was the, yeah, so that should be, you should be okay with that. Okay, so let's move on to some new stuff. Three-dimensional stuff. I don't really want to do three-dimensional with you until I have you on front of me, and hopefully that won't be long. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to leave it, I'm going to leave that chapter pretty much there. So maybe we'll just do one more day of exercise, okay? So I'm going to do a hard example now, and I might just pick, let's do question, if I do now question 16, I'll get you guys to have a go at 13, 14 and 15 tonight for homework, okay? So I'm on page 489, and this is on the new book. My old book is actually in school, so I don't know the page numbers for the new book, but I'll try and get it up on Teams for you by tomorrow. When I'm in school, I can check the pages. So page 489 on the new book, and we wanted to look at question, let's have a go at question 16. Right, here is a shape made from a sector of a circle of radius 16 centimeters and a semicircle. The angle of the sector is 60 degrees. The diameter of the circle is the radius of the sector. Oh yeah, okay. So it looks like there's really far too little work or information given there. So there's just kind of a logo maybe. It looks like a sports brand or something, doesn't it? And we're told there's a kind of a dotted line going along here, and this sector is a 60-degree sector, and our radius is 16 centimeters. So I'm going to break this into two different zones. It's a really cool skill to have, to be able to break things into zones. I'm going to call this zone 1, and I'm going to go up here and I'm going to call this guy up here zone 2. So we're asked first of all to find the perimeter of the shape. So to find the perimeter, I need to work out this arc, and then I need to work out this arc. Right, so let's call that arc 1 and then arc 2 up here. So arc 1 is equal to, well, it's 2 times pi by the radius, which is 16. Okay, and that's for the full circle, but we don't want the full circle. We want to multiply that by the fraction of the full circle that we have, which is 60 over 360. So it is 60 all over 360 multiplied by 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by 16, which is equal to 16.755, and that's centimeters. Okay, and then arc 2 is equal to, well, it's a semicircle, right? So it's going to be 180 over 360, because it's half of a full circle, so it's at 180, 180 degrees. 2 times pi by the radius. Well, if it's 16 from here to here, it's 16 from here to here, which means it must be 8 from the center out. So it's by 8. So let's put that into the calculator. So it's 180 over 360 times 2 shift pi multiplied by 8 is equal to 8 pi, which is equal to 25.133. And now, so if I was to start here and walk around the shape, I would go through 16.755 to get to there, and then I would go through a further 25.133 to get to there. Then I have to go through a further 16 to get back to where I started from. And the sum of each of these here will be the answer. So it's 16 plus 25.133 plus 16.755, and that's equal to 57.888 centimeters. So the perimeter of that weird shape is 57.888 centimeters. Work out the area of the shape. Oh God, that's basically the same question again. Okay. So zone 1's area is equal to pi by 8 squared, pi r squared. Zone 2's area, can you see that? Is equal to, oh, that's for the full circle. We don't want the full circle. We want a half of the circle, so it's going to be a half of that, or it's going to be 180 over 360. Both of those are fine. Zone 2 is going to be 60 over 360, and that's going to be multiplied by pi by 16 squared. So whatever those two things are equal to, and then to find the total area, we'll just add the two together. So it's so how do we do this? There's loads of things in my way here. There's a big post here that you probably can't see. It's keeping the camera up in the air. Right, so I'll try and do it there so you can see how I'm going to put this into the calculator. So it's 1 over 2 start bracket shift pi, and then if we put the bracket in, we should be fine. We could also put in the multiplication symbol. You can't just put in pi 8 squared. Don't think that works. Not on Casio's anyway. 8 and then squared, and then we have one bracket that we need to finish off. Oh. And that gives us 32 pi. Let's leave it like that for the time being. And then on this one here, we have 60 over 360. And then start bracket, shift pi, start bracket, 16, close bracket, squared, bracket equals. And we have 128 over 3 pi. So I can now add onto that 32 pi, and that gives me 224 over 3 pi, which is equal to 234.57 centimeters squared. Okay, so that's the area of that weird shape. I'll just check my answer at the back. This is what? This is 18.2. And we're looking at question 16. 18.2, and we're looking at question 16, and we want 234.57. Yeah, good. So it says 235. So yeah, we're okay with that. I'm happy enough with that as my answer. So you guys today will have a go at page 489. Question 13, 14, and 15. So I will see you guys again on Friday, is it? So this is lessons going up on Wednesday, and we don't have, yeah, so I'll see you live on Friday for a maths class, okay? Right guys, I'll see you then. Bye.